we could see what happened with BTR last game as well.
In
True.
which case, every single point you get above this team is profit from now on. They have 0 eliminations. They're not getting to the end game. I mean, we talk a lot about at times of catching a team up, and we're always like, oh, well, you have to profit over every point that they get in each match. For LGD to get the second place and secure themselves towards the top side, they have to drop an influence, Kevin. I mean, I would love to get an interview with LGD. I would love to know what's going through their mind making this play. But again, that is a confidence booster. Taking it on influence, Kevin, arguably, I want to say the best team in the lobby, but Budoran really have put on a showstopper for us. And I think they definitely deserve that title at the moment, even with them being in first place, right? It is incredible to watch. And LGD currently have the best results over on Miramar. I mean, they bring their Sunnies, they bring their SPF, they've got their Parasols. They're feeling comfy on this map at the moment, and they're just showing exactly how relaxed they are right now.
Very, very cool. I mean, Potion Seller Maxman has been brewing up those pots for LGD. Only the strongest potions, apparently, for Miramar. To go into battle. Top 5 rate, LGD. Going to be bumping influence Kevin's rates down quite a bit with this game as well. Of course, Miramar, the number of Miramars played is fairly low. I think we get, what, 2 a day, right? So far, we will have seen 6 over the last 3 days. This will be the 7th map, which means that 3 of the 6 games, Influence Kevin have finished top 5. This will not be another one.
A quick replay on this one, and why not? I mean, Suki takes a dangerous shot there, but I think that damage that he was able to do onto Law before he goes down was super important, right? If you're able to get a little bit of damage before you go down, yes, it's not a refrag, but it's valuable damage done. And just a couple of shots, in fact, one shot from an M4 will do the trick. And with the fact that you're able to only shoot off maybe one of those shells every like half a second or so with the DBS compared to a M4 that just shoots out 30 bullets at the speed of light, essentially. You're likely to get one of those shots off just on a glancing blow round the corner onto one of those players. Very important that Suki doesn't go down immediately. I mean, LGD are just... I don't know, man. I don't even know how to put it. That was such a cool start to our game. And I mean, in Pmgc, this is where it's at. This is where these hot drops happen and where they find success. Team Queso, out inside the blue, they're trying to make their way in. They are behind 4 rivals, and LGD are moving up as well. You can see the focus coming through from Ayala right now. Look at this guy. He is just locked into the game. He is in a different world right now. He is literally on the sands of Miramar inside his mind.
I mean,
they know how important these games are to them.
You're playing on a bike on the undulations of Miramar. You do need to be focused. It's not the easiest place to navigate on the 2 wheels. Those tilts and turns can really throw you for a loop if you're not careful.
What an interesting way to end Group Red. I think it would be very tough to match the excitement that we have found here in Pmgc in Group Red. You know, I was checking out Twitter, I was checking out the old Insta, and I think there are a lot of people saying that, you know, they didn't realize how much they would enjoy this new format of Pmgc, but how much they are in fact enjoying it. It is just 3 mini tournaments to the death over 3 weeks. It is the best way to play out our Pmgc. And there's still chances for a lot of these teams, even if you do go down in like 14th place, there's still chances in the future with last chance, with a survival stage. So it's not all over these teams as we go down. So even if your favorite team goes down in 11th place, you know you'll still see them in the future, and you know that they deserve to be still seen in the future. Alas, it is a little bit more of a tough stage to get into it. But again, this is what it's all about. You see our best teams rise towards the top, find their way towards the grand finals, and there they'll be waiting for the rest of the teams to come along and join the group.
Those south hills of Chumasera right now, prime real estate. Everybody should be looking to figure out if they can get a position there. We've seen circles like this before come down to just who could get into these hills first and get there early. Nemtech Storm a little bit further south. So Chumasera is entirely encompassed in this next circle blank. Teams will be moving in this way.
I love that the DRS fam as well. I mean, we love you guys for supporting your team the way that you do on these audience predictions. But I love that even some of the DRS fam are currently actually voting for LGD right now on Miramar. So like, look, They're pretty good on
We did
Miramar.
just see
We
that.
can't deny that.
We did just see that, right? That's what they're using their eyes and then telling their brains what to do. It's fantastic to see.
Again, we love that there's so much support coming through for some of these teams, and you know the Nepali fans are always some of the most vocal and some of the most exciting fans to engage with as well. So we appreciate you guys as well supporting DRS. Unfortunately, dropping down behind BTR at the moment, though I think that they could hit some good games today potentially. I don't think they're ever out of the running though. They're always a consistent for every single one of the engagements. I think if you look at their top 5 percentage, it's going to be pretty large for our overalls on all maps. They're an exciting team to watch. I don't think they've quite figured out their team engagements as of yet, or not exactly putting themselves in that position to go for those team engagements too many times. I think once they get that confidence on board, we'll see a real different DRS. And I think they've got a lot of time between now and getting towards that survival stage. Should they drop into the survival stage, of course, there's still a chance for them to jump up into 3rd place if they really play their cards right. Again, what a wonderful way to start out our Pmgc with Group Bread. So many exciting storylines to talk about here.
There's a lot of dynamics going on in this lobby. In the meantime, whilst we've been nattering away, Pmgc in the southwest hills have got a very wide spread. Titan have managed to sequester themselves over near Minas Debaye. And Buradam as well have swung around all the way to the south side. DRS a little bit slow to push in, maybe a little bit further east of Buradam. And LGD still very much out in the zone near Los Leones at this stage, and they'll have to push further through.
Difficult part of the map to play, and we've seen this area a fair few times throughout the entirety of Group Red at the moment. And shifting over towards this western side, very difficult to play. Huge valleys at the moment, and Mad Bulls have a position here where they could move up towards one of those strong compounds at the top of the mountain itself, to the north side of Valle de Mar. See if they take that one up. Buradam also have to fight through a lot of open ground at the moment. Again, it's that valley that BTR are currently stuck within towards the middle. It's a little bit difficult to play within. S2G coming in from the north side, to make their mark during this game. Obviously, second best team here on Miramar, looking to pump up those numbers. And with 4 players, not too many early engagements for them either. They're looking set and ready to make something happen, but it looks like they will be directly in contest with BTR as Hamzy G sails past towards the compound on the lower end of the ridge.
Pmgc with 2 teams very close by. Bigatron in the meantime. In combat, 4 rivals close by on the compound. Liquid low. Voki wants to step out for it. A 4th 4 rival player comes into the fold. Bigatron do have all 4 alive, but they have 1 player playing on the opposite side of the road. Luxy as that long-range specialist. Pmgc rolling up into this fight. Ghost could potentially be massive at taking down Zuxy's position. Reposition good from Zuxy as Gen Foster steps out for the flush. Ghost thinks better of going in for this engagement and actually sends back towards the rest of the team as Gen Foster falls for Bigatron on the front, but the rest of 4 rivals can't really afford to commit for this push. Luxy has such a great suppressive position to stop them from really doing too much at all.
Yeah, Zuxy's just dropping the smokes where he can to deny sightlines, allow that res to come through. But in the meantime, I8 dropped down towards this way, and this is exactly why Ghost moved back up, because Buradam spotted them leaving and then immediately sent for their compound. Fortunately, they've lost one of their players in Tiger, looking to get a bit further. That's a nice nade from Voki. Does not do the damage he was looking for, though.
Both of these fights really starting to pop off. Aegon-XA8 suffering heavily against Buradam now, but they do manage to get trades when they're looking for them, squeaking it out. But there's only 1 player remaining, and it won't be quite enough. Buradam eliminated, so they won't be able to extend their lead against Influence Kemen. Not going to be too happy about that, but Bigatron now back into the fight. Zuxy pushed out, looking to get flushed by Pemburu, but it doesn't quite go through. Will have to step out again, exposed to the off angle. Luxy still looking to just try and slow things down, control this fight, and Silas weighs in as well, with the rest of S2G in tow. Looking to pepper those shots down, and Gen Foster will fall to boot. Bigatron, they've taken just a little bit too long with this fight, and they are suffering because of it.
I mean, Liquid at this point in time needs to go into full survival mode and try and pick his teammates up. Luxy trying his best to remove players. Lord stays on the top side for a little bit too long and gets knocked by a nasty one, but that's not the teams that is actually dealing you the most amount of damage. S2G takes a little bit of damage as well in the meantime. BTR have to bring their players back up to full. Zuxi back up at full HP. Luxi's been doing a great job to hold down these sight lines, hold down the doors so there can't be any runouts coming through from 4 rivals. He has really been crucial to this engagement not going south for BTR at the moment.
A cornerstone for the squad, a linchpin, and this is exactly what you want to see, a revitalized Luxy. Pumping back into the lobby. Doing so much work for the team. Jen Foster enabled, but not going to be able to find the shots over towards Voki. The rest of the team moving through, but Liquid has failed as well. And Luxy again comes in with a crucial knock. He keeps everybody alive, can roll across the road as long as S2G don't take it down. Can he make the cross? Gets to safety behind the wall and into the compound. Still has to make a little tricky dash and goes down! Oh! S2G plays spoiler. And it looked so hopeful there for Bigatron to stay alive. Luxy did so much work, but that's the end of their run, and S2G curtail them. They clipped their wings, and Bigatron denied the flight.
So difficult. I mean, Luxy makes all the right plays in all the right places to make sure that BTR can make